Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special meeting today of our hearts and our minds. We are gathered together today to have a vigil for dogs in Morocco who were cruelly killed. So we're gathered today, several people and organizations. My name is Lisa Levinson. I'm the campaigns director for In Defense of Animals, and I'm here to assist with the ceremony and very honored to co-host this gathering today. We were invited to join and co-host by Debbie Wilson, and she is here with the coalition. If you don't mind, Debbie, saying the name of it for us.
It's the International Animal Coalition, also known as the IAWPC.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Debbie. We also have here today Fanny, who will be joining us to do some translating.
Hello, everyone. Please, is there anyone who cannot speak English? Is anyone needing translation to French? If not, I will just be participating like you guys. But if you need translation, please let me know.
Thank you so much, Fanny. We really appreciate that. If anyone would like to have our words translated into French, please do let us know in the chat. And we also have here today Mary with In Defense of Animals, Mary Esency, and she will be assisting with the chat today. So we're very grateful to all of you for joining us. You're welcome to put the meeting on speaker view or on gallery view, depending on what you would like to see. And we are so grateful to all of you for joining us for today. We're going to start with a little background about what happened and why we're all gathered here. And Debbie will give us some of that information. Thank you, Debbie.
Hi there. Yes, I think the thing that unites us all are the Moroccan dogs and the love of the Moroccan dogs, you know, be it people are joining us in Morocco, or I think there's people in Europe, which includes the UK as well. And it's the love of the dogs, and it's the acknowledgement of the violence that has been and which continues to be inflicted on these just beautiful creatures. And it feels important that there's a space created for us to come together and honour the lives that have been so cruelly taken from the dogs by the authorities in Morocco.
Thank you so much, Debbie, for giving us the background about what happened. And we are all united here in our hearts and our minds. And I want to thank each of you for joining today. We will all have an opportunity to share a little bit about the dogs that you knew so well, and also about your feelings. Our ceremony today will be, if you have, you're welcome to light a candle. You'll see that I have a candle here, and Debbie also has a candle in her space. Others may have candles as well. And the idea is to have the light of the candle to represent the lights in the hearts of these animals who have passed over. And if you have a candle, that's fine. If you don't have a candle, then you can join with the light that is in your heart. So your heart is also a beautiful light to bring to our ceremony today. So we will begin our ceremony with a little blessing. So just take a moment, and if you'd like to, you can place your hand on your heart and just take a deep breath, breathing into your heart, breathing in and breathing out. And one more time, breathing in and breathing out. And let our breath and our hearts and our candles be united as one, as we offer these blessings and these honorings to the animals who suffered. in silence, whose souls and whose very presence blessed us with their unconditional love. So we'll take some time now to invite you, as you would like, to share the name of a dog, a beloved dog, or perhaps the story or your story. And we will all hold you in our hearts as you share. If you would like to share, you can either use the raise hands feature, or you can just raise your real hand if you'd like to. And then you can unmute and share.
Hello. Hi, this is Karina. I am Giselle, France. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes,
Hi.
we can hear you.
Hi, Karina.
Yes. Hi, Giselle. How are you? I am here to talk about what you say in the docs, what's going on in my country. It's definitively devastating. All the time, every day on the streets, because every single day I stop, I buy food. Whenever I find a dog and I help, and I had a lot of stories that I saved a lot of dogs, Giselle knows, and cats, that it's something on me, it's something natural for me. In this country, what is Morocco, they don't understand yet animals. In our religion, it is very, very important. And to touch people of Moroccan people or Muslim people, only way to touch them is by Islam, means by religion. When they know it is not only animal, it is life that God gave to them, and there are His talk about animals in the Quran, then they will understand this saving. I forget the word in English. Une âme, روح, une âme, like. I don't know. I forget the word anyway.
A soul.
Yes, exactly. When they knows, because many times when I see someone beating, for example, a donkey, I stop. I don't scream. I don't insult, but I just start by telling him, is this animal helping him to to raise money? What this animal in his life? He explained, and I said, okay, do you think he will understand you more by beating him, by my treating him? Because if you kill him, then he has to do it by himself. Then he has to respect him. And I give him a lot of lessons like that. Then people has to react by generosity and by, I believe, it is the Islam. It is by the religion. It will only change for people don't have heart. They don't understand that by the religion. Religion will change the way how we behave with animals, because animals are very important in our religion. You just miss that, they just put that on the side. Like before, women. Today, women has respect, and now they respect her. And now because the law changed for her, then it's all about the law. We have to fight. Then we have to fight in this country, whatever power we have, whatever, because here is by power also. I will say what it is, by connection, by when we know people, then things can be changed. Then yes, I did say it a lot. I don't give example. I just came this morning from the veterinary because I put the cat. He was dying again here in my street months ago. I came back. I came in Morocco. I find him and no one doing anything, and he's still at the veterinary. He's doing well today. And dogs, and then I know in Marrakesh, the veterinary who has a power of doing something with us. He's the one who give authorization to bring the animal outside, to give the authorization to sign. It's government veterinary. Then that's what I want to say.
Thank you, Karina, for your heartfelt sharing and for caring so deeply about the animals. We appreciate you.
You're
Would
welcome.
anyone else like to share? You can raise your hand or unmute as you like. We are all here to support you. You can even mention the name of an animal if you'd like. That's fine. Yes, please. You're welcome to unmute.
Okay, hi everybody. I really appreciated Karina's share, and I think that there is a lot of validity to what she said. The majority of people in Morocco are very much, in fact, practicing Muslims. So I think that it very much makes sense to take the path of least resistance and try to appeal to the most amount of people possible through education, because clearly just trying to evoke sympathy is not working. People are not accepting that animals are sentient beings, and I mean, and obviously everyone in this room believes they are our equals, but, or I assume so, but that path isn't working. It's not. I think that it's really, really important to try to engage with as many Moroccans from all walks of life to try to influence the greater public. And I said this to Karina many, many times, that I think Karina and people like Karina that are very elegant and beautiful and well-spoken and well-respected in this society have the chance to influence more people, because let's face it, for those of us that are not Moroccan, I've been told so many times, like, oh yeah, you're just crazy American cat lady or dog lady, or, oh yes, the people from France, they love our Belgian dogs. And we're sort of poo-pooed or looked at like we are just like, oh, isn't that kind of quaint, that it's just like, oh, so charming that we come here and we love animals. I think it's really important that, because I see a lot of international faces in this group, and that's fantastic, but I think we need to find a way to reach more Moroccans and to get as many Moroccans on board with this, because this is, a country of, we are in Morocco. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking in circles, but it has to be Moroccans that are really leading this fight and influencing people. I don't know how much we're going to be effective if we don't sort of lean on Moroccan society and Moroccan people to do their part. And we are sort of, I don't know, I feel like I'm here to support as much as possible. And Karina and my friend Kasha, who's in this group, they know that, I'm involved in rescues almost, not maybe a daily basis, but certainly a weekly or a monthly basis. So, yeah, that's all I had to say, is that I think as much as possible, we have to engage with Moroccan people to get them on board. Thank you. And thank you for doing this. I didn't mean to discount that that it's a foreign people that are organizing this by any means. I just don't want to I don't want it to go unsaid that we need to engage Moroccans. That's it.
100%. Thank you so much for sharing. Would anyone else like to unmute and share? Fanny?
I forgot to say something.
Oh, sure, Karina. Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, Giselle. And also, I'm sorry, ma'am, because I don't know where you're from. Giselle sent me by my WhatsApp to be in this video and with you, but I don't know where you are. And you know, one thing is very important, not only in Morocco, it's everywhere in the world. I travel a lot, and everywhere in the world, a lot of people want puppies. A lot of people, I was like that, little snob, having a beautiful little hairy dog, whatever, expensive dog. What today I will never buy. I have 2 cats from the street. I will never buy another animal, another cat, another dog, because behind also that is a big, not abuse animals only in the street, abuse animal who making dog and cats, making a lot of babies to sell them, and machine babies. And it's horrible. It's also horrible to have a female having only puppies or having only cats and selling them and keep going. The people has to be educated behind that. Like a lot of people giving puppies to the parents who has 80 something years old. I'm sorry, the puppy is going to stay and the parents are going to die. And this dog, no one wanted, or the cat, any animal, no one wanted after the parents pass out, and they end up in SPA, end up somewhere. It's not a lot of people take their parents' pets on their home. They buy pets just for the parents, like their kids. Or Christmas gift. What I hate, Christmas gift for animals. Only if we're responsible, then we leave love to the animals, etc., etc. Then, Giselle, you're right. We have also to teach people, not only in Morocco, everywhere, not necessary to buy beautiful, race animal to be loved. We can save them. We have to work on that. That's what I want to say also, sorry. It's a big
Thank you
issue.
so much. Thank you. We truly appreciate your wise words and helping us to understand what happens to animals who are purchased. Does anyone else want to name an animal or share the story of an animal that you have rescued or that you have fed, or share your own story? You can raise your hand to unmute. Fanny?
Hello again. First, I want to introduce you to Joanna. She's from Imswan Street. She's been rescued, and I feel very lucky to be her human and to have rescued her from the street. She's one of the first dogs back in 2018 or 19 when I arrived in Imswan and I saw the cruelty. She looks like your Blackie.
She's gorgeous.
Okay, but it's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to answer the previous person talking about the Moroccan having to lead this fight, and I really agree. And maybe it's already obvious for people here, because if you're in this chat, it means like you're already sensibilized to the Moroccan fight for the animals. But being there for so many years and in animal protection at MAA, I can say that most of the people fighting are always Moroccan. They are just have, I feel it's everything I'm going to say is my experience. I feel like they don't have the same privilege or opportunity to be so outspoken, so angry online, and so it can appear that all the spotlight is on foreigner, and this is right that I've been also the face of MAA taking the phone and stuff like this. But we always like to remind that all your staff, all the people waking up every day to manage this place, to pick up shit, to coordinate their trip, everything, it's always Moroccans, and they are completely the future of this fight. And everything foreigners are doing, it's always in support of this, and it's good to remind it that to empower them while we take the mic a lot I feel. Okay, and now about the story, because I think it's great to talk about dogs like this. We took a dog called Hope. We took her in just to TNVR her, so just to sterilize, vaccinate, and put her back in her territory. It was the territory of Tamrat. If you're familiar with the area, it's next to the camping, and it's a rather safe place because there is not so many cars and there is so many tourists, people. We are always contacted about the dog over there. They are fed. So we did her, and we did a little tag on her, of course, like all of them. And then she disappeared, and we knew they took her, killed her. We didn't really know. And one time, by chance, hiking with this girl and with my other rescue dog, but not from Morocco, we stumbled upon a graveyard. It was a place in Anza, so it was really up in the mountain, very far from Tamrat. We stumbled upon a place where obviously they have been dumping the bodies, and it's something we always try to find because we want to know who has been killed, who has been taken, what happened. I have tears talking about it because it was so unexpected. It was I was not even working that day, but I stumbled upon it. And since we've been going regularly to see if there have been more bodies, and yeah, they dumped bodies twice. And thanks to the tag, we could and a bit the fur that was left from the decomposition, we could identify Hope. It's terrible. It's a very good. I mean, it's tragic, but it's a good example of how most of the people in this group must be drained by the animal protection, raising money, picking up the dog, going to the vet, doing all of this, not even on the ethics side, but the resources that are constantly discarded and thrown. And it's crazy. When you think about it, it's really crazy because it's not like we ask, of course, the government to do what they have the money allocated for, or at least to let us do it. But no, they even kill the dogs that we put so much resources in it. If they would kill the dogs with no tags because of rabies or whatever, I would not approve, but I would understand, and it will give a challenge for everyone to tag as many dogs as possible. Quick, everyone is going to rally, sterilize, vaccinate the dogs, and everyone's going to be safe. But no, there is no logic to this, and it's really draining to the point where we have meetings like this, where we are just all exhausted and distraught, and have to remember the dog that have unnecessarily died.
Fanny, thank you so much for your heartfelt sharing. We do have a request to translate into French. Would you be able to do that with your share and then with other shares going forward?
Yeah, of course. Who needs translation?
There are several people.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So, do I translate what I just said?
Yes, please.
Okay. Je vous ai présenté Johanna, c'est ma petite rescue de IMSWAN quand j'ai commencé en 2018-2019 là-bas. Et je parlais du fait que plein de fois, en fait, sur les réseaux sociaux, c'est vrai qu'on parle beaucoup des étrangers qui aident, que le micro, il est vraiment beaucoup aux étrangers, mais c'est parce que on a le privilège, je disais, je trouve, de pouvoir, en fait, parler comme ça, de pouvoir prendre la parole sans avoir peur, parce que ce que j'ai beaucoup vu au Maroc, c'est que les Marocains, ils sont intimidés à juste titre par les autorités. À chaque fois qu'il y a eu des problèmes où on s'est interposé pour pas qu'ils prennent les chiens, et ben, les Marocains ont toujours fini au poste, ils ont toujours eu leur carte nationale prise, et c'est pas juste. Alors que, par expérience, les étrangers qui étaient avec nous, non, par exemple. Donc, je pense que ça joue dans le fait qu'on voit plus d'étrangers parce qu'ils ont plus l'opportunité d'avoir le micro déjà. Mais dans la réalité de, encore mon expérience de moi qui ai vécu au Maroc pendant des années avec MIA, etc., la majorité des gens qui se battent et les plus féroces, ce sont des Marocains. Toute notre équipe, ceux qui se lèvent le matin, que ce soit pour organiser des vet trips, pour ramasser les crottes, pour nourrir, ce sont des Marocains. Donc, ils sont très, très, très présents dans la protection animale, en tout cas dans notre région, parce que je n'ai pas voyagé au Maroc. Mais c'est vrai qu'il faut le souligner parce qu'on a tendance, je trouve, à l'oublier aussi, malgré qu'il y ait plus d'associations marocaines. C'est vrai que le spotlight, il est souvent sur les tirettes, il est souvent sur les étrangers, alors que c'est pas juste. Voilà, et le deuxième truc que je parlais, c'est de mon expérience avec Hop. Hop, c'est une chienne qu'on a pris à Tamraght, si vous connaissez, vers le camping. Donc, nous, à MAA, on avait un programme qui s'appelle Nomad Dog, où on prenait des chiens, on les stérilisait, on les vaccinait, on les remettait dans leur territoire. Et ça, c'était afin de protéger le territoire, bien sûr. Enfin, on connaît tous la chanson, et c'est ce qu'il faut faire pour qu'il y ait moins de chiens, la prolifération, la rage, etc. Et donc, cette chienne, on l'a fait un tag jaune. Elle a été sponsorisée, donc ça veut dire que c'est quelqu'un d'étranger, souvent, qui va lui donner un nom en échange de payer pour sa stérilisation. Et voilà, c'est comme ça qu'on arrivait à stériliser des chiens. Et en fait, un jour, elle a disparu. On se doutait bien qu'il avait eu. Elle n'était pas à la fourrière. On se doutait bien qu'il avait tué. Mais on ne trouvait pas où est-ce qu'elle avait pu être morte, tuée. Et c'est important pour nous de retrouver même les cadavres. On met des gants, on y va, on cherche bien dans les oreilles et tout pour voir si on trouve des tags, pour savoir ce qui s'est passé avec ces chiens qu'on a investi dedans, en plus d'avoir aimé. Et un jour, complètement par hasard, en me baladant à Anza, donc si vous connaissez Tamar, Anza, c'est quand même très loin, dans la pampa complètement perdue, j'ai trouvé un cimetière, en fait. C'est là où les camions, après qu'ils les aient tués, hop, il les balance là-bas. Et j'ai trouvé, du coup, Hop, grâce à sa fourrure et surtout son tag, on a pu retracer que c'était là qu'elle était, c'est là qu'elle avait été jetée, voilà, morte. Voilà, I'm done.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Fanny.
No problem.
And we will continue to translate everybody's
Yeah.
sharing into French. If anybody needs them translated into another language, please let us know. You can share in the chat box. Is there anyone else here who would like to share? You can share a name or you can share the story. Cassia, would you like to share and unmute?
Yes, hello everyone. 1 second. I lost my voice. I have a flu, but I will try to speak just a little bit. I just wanted to show you my Blackie because it looks almost like the dog of Fanny. That's Blackie. Voila. I don't know if you can see him well. It's quite dark.
Yes, we can see. We can see.
So that's Blackie. So, well, this story ended up well because Blackie, it was similar to the other dog. Like Blackie was tagged. I sterilized him, I vaccinated him and tagged him. And he was taken by Fourier to be killed. And thanks God, I was traveling and my friend Giselle, she noticed he's missing. And her husband was able to find him in the Fourier, in the deaf pond. And we bride them because this is how it works. We bride those people and we managed to got Blackie back. So this is the story of Blackie. But it was a miracle that he's now with me.
A true miracle and a blessing. Fanny, would you be able to translate that?
Donc, Cassia, elle est en train de comparer Blackie avec Johanna en disant que lui aussi, en fait, c'est un miracle, ce chien, qui soit là avec elle aujourd'hui. Parce que, pareil, alors qu'il était du programme de TNVR, donc stérilisation, vaccination et tout, il manquait à l'appel un jour. Et en fait, ils l'ont retrouvé dans la fourrière. Donc, la fourrière, pour ceux qui ne sont pas familiers au Maroc, les fourrières, ce n'est pas des fourrières où on prend soin des chiens. En tout cas, celle d'Agadir, ils sont affamés, ils sont malades. Donc, c'est pour ça que c'est un miracle que son mari ait pu récupérer le chien de Cassia et de récupérer Blackie pour qu'il finisse ses jours avec elle.
Thank you so much, Fanny. Really appreciate that translation. Anyone else who would like to share or speak? You can raise your real hand or unmute yourself. Please do share stories of the dogs that you've known and the dogs that we're honoring today. And Fanny, do you want to invite anyone in French maybe to share? Perhaps they might share.
Si vous avez des histoires, des anecdotes, n'importe quoi qui reste dans votre tête ou même que vous voulez partager avec des gens qui peuvent comprendre ce que vous avez vécu, parce que souvent, ça peut paraître dérisoire pour des gens. Ils peuvent lever les yeux au ciel en mode oui, ben c'est comme ça, c'est au Maroc, ou alors ah ben c'est que des chiens, etc. Ici, c'est vraiment un espace, elles ont voulu créer un espace pour parler de tout ça, en fait, malgré le fait, malgré tous les préjugés qu'on peut avoir.
Thank you, Fanny.
Okay. I'd like to introduce you to Marilyn. Let me get her. Okay. Marilyn. All right. Here, she's a little under the weather, so she's got her cone on right now. But she's Marilyn Monroe, with lots of eye makeup and brown eyes and blonde hair. So she
Yes,
has
look at that.
lived very peacefully in California, in front of the American school for many years. When she first showed up, she was pregnant, and I got her an abortion. And a street guardian was, and obviously sterilized and vaccinated and all of that at the same time. And so a street guardian had been taking care of her for several years. Not a street guardian, a villa guardian had been taking care of her for years. The people in the villa didn't give a shit about her, but the guardian did his best, and I provided the food for her, and her yearly vaccinations. And then there's a new governor in Casablanca, like a governor, and he decided that he wanted to rid the entire area of dogs, even the dogs that were sterilized and vaccinated. Actually, even dogs that belong to people are no longer allowed to be walked in that whole area. It's insane. But anyway, because my husband was giving yearly bribes to the fourier, when Marilyn was picked up, they didn't kill her right away. They put her aside because they knew that if they could get a hold of us, then there was money to be made. So sure enough, they kept Marilyn in another area, and my husband called he showed up at school, and that day somebody from the fourier happened to be driving around looking, I guess, for more dogs to take in, and he saw my husband and took him aside, and it was like a Venezuelan kidnapping scheme to get her out of the fourier, but we got her out, and she lives with, and she's our dog now, so she's fantastic. Yeah, that's Marilyn.
Thank you for sharing Marilyn's story. It's very sad, but with a happy ending. I'm wondering if Fatima, Sarah, would you like to share? Would you like to unmute and share? You shared in the chat, and we'd like to hear your story if you can. If not, perhaps I can read it.
She says she's unable to speak.
Okay,
So
I will read it. I will read it.
okay.
Okay. Thank you, Fatima. I am an animal lover. Let me go ahead and make sure everyone can. Yes, thank you. I am an animal lover, especially dogs. I love them to death. I've been fighting with the Moroccan authorities in my city late at night. I hear gunshots. I get up and I sneak out from my house and run everywhere in the city. Try to get as many dogs to follow me, either putting them in my house or at least they are safe with me. I have a dog named Yuki for 3 years. As a stray, vaccinated, and one night as he was following the killers, they betrayed her and passed by the neighbor and shot him. They shot many dogs. She fed and treated many and feels helpless. Every night after every event, she says, I feel so bad, especially after seeing the crimes right in front of me, and hearing the gunshots just destroys me. My dog now that I adopted, was a stray and saved her, and she's sterilized. She would like to thank everyone who's helping in this matter and says, we are suffering, the dogs and the children, and this is too much. Thank you for your share. Fatima, Sarah, we are with you. We are here with you in solidarity. Does anyone else want to share? You're welcome to share. And also, Fanny, would you want to translate that into French?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fatima elle partageait son témoignage qui disait qu'en fait, elle adore les animaux, tous les animaux, surtout les chiens, et que là où elle vit, elle essaye constamment de les sauver, de les prendre chez elle pour qu'ils soient safe, et que malheureusement, il y a tout le temps des abattages. Elle les voit de ses yeux, et elle en a marre de tout ça, pour les animaux, pour les enfants. Elle en a assez de cette barbarie.
Thank you, Fanny. Would anyone else like to share their story in any language that you'd like? You can share the name of a dog, the story, or how you're feeling right now.
If no one else has something to say right now, I do love being able to speak my mind and speak to everybody, if that's okay. This is a heartbreaking time, and you know, I know everybody here, we're all animal lovers. It's so heartbreaking to witness these many people who can be so heartless to kill dogs in such quantities. It's really difficult for people who love animals, you know, and I want to express a sense of, you know, closeness with the people who are suffering, having to witness this atrocity. And it's so heartbreaking, and I just want to let you know that even though we're far away, I am here for you in my heart, and I care so much, and I wish you, you know, healing in this difficult time. It's terrible, and the fact that all of it is for something so trivial, you know, to just try and get more, you know, people into the country, like for such, it's so strange, you know, it's hard to believe, and you know, we're not alone, we're here with you. That's it.
Thank you so much, Mary. And Fanny, would you be able to translate that into French, please?
Marie, elle disait à quel point ça a pas de sens tout ça, et à quel point ça peut vraiment être confrontant de voir tout ça, d'écouter tous ces témoignages, etc. Et qu'on est tous ensemble dans ce drame qui se passe au Maroc constamment, et qui est insensé aussi, parce qu'il n'y a pas d'utilité, comme elle le précise.
Thank you, Fanny. Would anyone else like to share the name of a dog or story? You're welcome to raise your hand or unmute. Fanny, perhaps you can make that announcement. Just see if there's anyone else who'd like to share.
Est-ce que quelqu'un peut partager le nom d'un chien qu'ils ont perdu à cause des autorités, à cause du massacre? Est-ce que quelqu'un veut partager une anecdote? parler d'une histoire, faire vivre la mémoire d'un chien qui est mort dans l'anonymat presque. C'est le moment de raconter son histoire à tout le monde.
There is a chat that I could read here. It says, "Thank you for what you're doing. As a Moroccan and animal lover, we all have similar stories. I think that the only way to convince the authorities to stop the killings is to talk about rabies and the safety of the humans and how the TNVR can help. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts."
You're muted, Lisa.
Oh, thank you. Would you like to translate the chat? There's one from So, and
how can I see the chat?
oh, okay. Let's see. On the phone, it might be under like 3 dots, perhaps.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Which message?
Oh, it's actually the one that I just said. So.
Oh, ok.
Mhm.
Ok, So, elle nous remercie tous pour ce qu'on fait. En tant que Marocaine et en tant qu'amoureuse des animaux, on a tous des histoires similaires à raconter par rapport aux actes de barbarie, par rapport à notre exhaustion avec toutes ces histoires. Et elle pense, je suis d'accord avec elle, que pour convaincre les autorités, il faudrait parler en fait de la rage et à quel point le programme TNVR, c'est le seul moyen d'apporter de la sécurité pour les humains. Voilà.
Thank you, Fanny. Would anyone else like to share? You can raise your hand or yes, Karina.
Yes, sorry, I will have to say that because I know I know that they're going to start killing a lot of animals soon because of 2030 of the football coming here. Then we have to react. We have, I don't know, be in the street, doing stuff, doing connection by, like I said, talking. We have to talk, we have to stop. The coming killing is going to be worse because the football is coming. They start in building Morocco everywhere. It's going to be a lot of work, but the animals is going to be the second. Then we need to talk about that. We have to react. We have to do something. I am new on that. I do my little work on saving animals. I help by money in a lot of associations. A lot of Moroccan associations were making a lot of money in their pockets. Oh, not Moroccan. I find out the money I gave it don't go all for the animals. Then anyway, we have to be serious about that, what is coming. I am so worried about 2030 for them. I never saw where I live. I cannot see killing animals. I'm glad I never saw something like that. When I feel so bad for Fatima, I don't know where she lives. And I feel so bad for Fatima. She went through that because I think if I saw that, I will be completely, I will need to see psychologist. Certainly if I saw that, I will be sick. I will be devastated. Then I'm so sorry for what she's going through. And Giselle, we have to do something. Giselle, if you heard me, we have to go to Rabat together. I can do something in, the families. The family I think I can help in my little things, not good, not big things, but we will have to go through to our king. The king of Morocco loves dogs. He always had dogs. Then we need to go through that, and we have to find that is the solution of this country. If Mohammed is our king, Mohammed says, to stop that, to do the law for that.
But there is a law, as I understand, like since 2019, it's been on the books, as we all know, like in all over the world, something can be on the books and it's not really put into practice. But there was supposed to be a TNRV action, and local governments apparently are finding it cheaper to kill the dogs and cats too, instead of sterilizing and vaccinating them and re-releasing them. And from what I understand, there's something similar that happened in Tunisia, and the veterinarians there banded together and fought back and said to the local municipalities that were killing the dogs, and they said, you're stealing our money. It's our right. This money is for us. We should be getting paid to vaccinate and sterilize and tag these dogs, and you're stealing our money. And I think I don't know, but it seems to me that an obvious way to do this is to try to get an audience with the veterinarians and the Veterinarian Association. I have no connections at all for that. I've tried talking to the vets that I work with here that give wonderful discounts and give their time and are amazing, but I haven't gotten anywhere with that. If anybody has any ideas, I think the people who are selling the vaccines and the veterinarians, anybody who is in a position to make money from this, I think that's a really interesting place to start. I think if people feel that they can make money from it, then who cares what their motivation is, as long as dogs are getting if this law is actually put into real use and they stop killing the dogs because the vets and the vaccine sellers get together, it could be really amazing. I think there could really be something there. But like Karina said, like somebody very, very high up has to get really involved. It's not enough just to make it a law or make it a command. It has to be followed through. And there's obviously a lot of corruption that's happening.
Yeah.
But we work together, Giselle. We are going together. Don't worry. You're coming to Marrakesh. I'm here now. I'm not going anywhere for now until June. You know, I spend a lot of time in Morocco. Then I will knock the dog off together in Rabat. Okay? We talk on the phone together of that. We're going to move things together.
I was just
Thank
going
you.
to say, is there any difficulty in having demonstrations and things in public? I mean, is there any difficulty with the law in doing that? Because that's the way to gain, well, it's one way, social media is another way, there are other ways, but that is one way to gain public support and attention, is to have public displays that people see. But I don't know if Moroccan law permits that kind of demonstrating. And
Good question, Fiona. Is there anyone who may want to answer that question?
Yes, we have to go up, up, up in Morocco. Means, like I said before, we have to knock the door of the king. Everything here is our king, and he's a dog lover. I will not say anything because I cannot promise in my name. Then I will see if I can do something. Okay? And if I can go through him, then I will try from the family matters because it's very sensitive things to ask. But I will try to go there. We are not in Tunisia, we are not anywhere, we're in Morocco, and I know for sure he loves animals. I am sure he has no idea of a lot what is happening. He gives the law, he say what's going on, the people who works are, he's against corruption. unfortunately, the corruption stay in the country, and that we have to also to fight. And we will see. We will see. We will see. I will see what I can do.
Thank you so much for your help and for sharing about the king. It is beautiful to hear that the king loves dogs. And I think that is very, very important. I'm wondering, Fanny, would you like to translate some of the conversation that we've had for others?
Yes, I was actually answering a comment in the chat about Ray. I also think that Ray was the only case that have been defended in the court and born even. I think there have been this and kittens being burned alive, like on video. I think this is the two only case I've heard, but I've never really had confirmed information. But that there have been a lawyer and they've been in court, and it has been a big case. This Ray who has been tortured, and these kittens. Okay, for the translation, I will need just a reminder. What was it about?
Oh, just the last part of the conversation when we had Karina share and
Karina, elle nous
Diana.
disait à quel point le roi, il aimait les animaux, à quel point elle est convaincue que son amour des animaux et son inaction sont seulement dus à son ignorance de ce qui se passe, et que autour d'elle, autour de lui, il y a de la corruption, mais que elle a bon espoir que qu'en s'adressant directement à lui et en le touchant lui, on puisse changer les choses au Maroc.
Thank you so much, Fanny. We appreciate
Merci, Fanny.
De rien, Karina.
Debbie would like to share. Please do share too.
Hi there. I've got something I'd like to read out from a 6-year-old. It's a little girl. She's a lovely friend of mine, and she'd lived in Morocco up until very recently. And she was this amazing warrior for the dogs, and they lived outside her street, and she saw so many of them being killed in front of her, or she'd hear them being shot when she was in bed, or come back from school and they'd gone, and she knew where they'd gone. And she said, I'd like everybody to know that I used to be their best friend, and I still am, and I miss them. I miss them too much. I know this little girl's heartbreak, and I feel it as well. And I wanted to say something about, we get, the International Animal Coalition and the European Link Colleges get, videos and photographs of dogs that have been killed all the time. We still get them all the time from all over Morocco. And I look at some of the most horrendous things that have happened to dogs, and the ones that I'd like to honour are the ones that nobody knew. Nobody knew them. And we see them in death, but they maybe weren't seen. They weren't seen in life. And I think as somebody, who I love these dogs so deeply, these Moroccan dogs. Behind me, you can see here, that's Eric. Eric was my dog from Morocco. He came to live with me in the UK, and he died. And my friend made a model of him when he's got his fur, in the model. And these are the most incredible animals. They're loyal and funny, and they're just the most beautiful creatures. And knowing what's happening to them is just, it's beyond devastating. So I wanted to read out from a little 6-year-old warrior, what she wanted to say about the dogs, but I wanted to say something about those ones that have been killed that none of us know. We see the pictures, we see the videos of them, we didn't know them. I want to use this kind of space to bear witness to those. Sorry for sniveling.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Fanny, would you be able to translate?
Yes. Debbie, elle était en train de nous lire le témoignage d'une petite fille de 6 ans du Maroc qui lui disait à quel point les animaux les chiens qui sont dans sa rue, c'est ses meilleurs amis. Et même là, qu'ils ont été tués, même après avoir vu tant de massacres, c'est toujours ses meilleurs amis. Et elle disait à quel point elle était touchée par ce qui se passe. Elle parlait du petit chien qui est derrière elle, empaillé, je pense, qu'elle a ramené du Maroc et qui est mort en Angleterre avec elle. Et à quel point elle est touchée par tout ce qui se passe.
Thank you, Fanny. Wonder if we could have Fred. Would you like to share? You may unmute.
Now
Voilà.
we can mute.
Voilà.
Hello, Fred and my wife,
Hi.
Sophie.
Salut Fanny. Salut Debbie. Hi Debbie. Hi,
Yeah,
Coucou.
known to some of you already. So
Attends, on va mettre plus près.
I don't know. Sophie is telling me, you have to say something. You have to say something. I say, I don't have no horrendous story of killed dogs to tell, or at least none that I was attached to has ever been killed by a Moroccan government. Hopefully, maybe I can tell about last vacation in October. We went close to Agadir in Sidi Kauki, a nice small village full of surfers with perfect bodies and stray dogs. So yeah, here I could witness again that if you don't have the perfect body, the suit that you have to put on is very disgraceful. And we spent the whole week just surfing and being with the dogs, which awarded us rabies vaccination when we came back to Switzerland, because they're not really biting, but we were kind of maybe too close. We loved that. And was probably one of the best week of our lives. Now we got attached to a dog there. He was not very familiar with the other pack that was just roaming the beach and gazing in the sun at close to the small restaurant. So probably he came from inside the country and really skinny, but skinny as hell. Probably 48 hours from death, just because of hunger. So we fed him once or twice, and then he got, of course, attached to us, started following us home or where we lived, and took him to the vet. He had a small not terminal, no terminal disease, I would say. And then we took him to a friend's shelter. The idea was to take him back home to become a friend to our Beldi from Marrakesh. So we would have one from the beach and one from the city, right? But unfortunately, he died at this shelter. Survived TNVR, or we couldn't go all the way with the vaccination. He died before. But what was really heartbreaking was that we got some information from someone Sophie knows who who is speaking to animals, right? It's still very mysterious to me, this kind of stuff. That the dog was just so heartbroken because we left him, that he died. So yeah, feeling kind of indebted to this dog that we almost saved, but not. And now we are looking at another dog from this beach. We have contacts there, and yeah, hopefully at some point we'll get another one to be the friend of the Beldi we already have. Now, I've been too long already, but maybe Sophie will say something.
Oui, coucou tout le monde. Je profitais peut-être juste d'avoir en face de moi des gens qui aiment les animaux. Je ne sais pas si vous êtes au Maroc ou ailleurs. J'ai pas tout suivi. Là, avec une amie, on a sorti beaucoup de chiens d'une fourrière. Et on doit maintenant les vacciner, stériliser, trouver les fonds pour ça. Je fais une collecte de fonds autour de moi et tout ça. Donc, si par hasard, vous avez besoin d'un chien, vous cherchez un chien, vous voulez faire du bien, on a 150 chiens sur un terrain dont on doit s'occuper. C'est un gros truc. Ils sortent de l'enfer, vraiment de l'enfer. Il y en a qui ne sont pas en bon état et on n'a pas d'argent. Et voilà, on les maintient en vie comme on peut avec la nourriture qu'on trouve. On a construit des enclos, on essaye de... Voilà. Donc, si vous êtes au Maroc, si vous connaissez des endroits qui pourraient prendre quelques chiens de là-bas, bah, vous pouvez vous adresser à Déby, elle me connaît, ou Fanny. Voilà. Merci pour ceux qui auront envie de nous aider un petit peu. On y arrivera, je ne sais pas comment on y arrivera parce que voilà, mais ça c'est un très gros truc là qui est dans ma vie maintenant et puis on a besoin d'aide, voilà. Merci.
Thank you
Voilà,
so
c'est tout pour moi.
much. Thank you so much for sharing your stories, both of you. They're very moving, and I know some were in English and some were in French. Not sure, Fanny, if they were the same story. If you want to update us a little bit.
Yes, they're not the same story. Bruno was, it was in English. Bruno, il parlait de leur histoire par rapport à un chien assez Dikaoki qui était très maigre à 48 heures de la mort, qu'ils ont voulu récupérer avec eux, avec le chien qu'ils ont déjà. Et malheureusement, il est mort au refuge dans lequel ils l'ont mis. Donc, ils sont quand même encore en train d'essayer de rapatrier un chien et ils font ce qu'ils peuvent. And Sophie, she was talking about how they just got 150 dogs out of a pond and they are literally out of hell, as she said. And she's asking for help if there is anyone in this group, as we are all dog lovers, if there is anyone who can help in any way, either for taking a dog, an association, or for food supporting. They have built kennels and they have done what they could, but it's really hard. And she's got really caught up into animal protection in Morocco right now, and she's suggesting people to contact Debbie, as she knows, or me, as we both know her, and if we are able to support her in this project.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Fanny.
No problem.
Yeah. Just wondering if there's anyone who would like to share who hasn't shared, because we have this circle of united souls to share, and I want to invite someone who maybe hasn't shared yet, who would like to either say the name of the dog or say the story or share your story. And maybe we'll go a little bit, a few more minutes, perhaps like 15 more minutes. So if anybody has something they'd like to say, this would be a good time. Okay. Can you say that to everyone, Fanny, please?
Pardon. Oui. Du coup, là, il reste encore quelques minutes. S'il y a quelqu'un qui veut, pareil, partager un témoignage, une anecdote, le nom, n'importe quoi qui soit passé par rapport à un chien au Maroc, par rapport au massacre, par rapport à la protection animale, c'est le moment d'en parler avant de clore le call.
Thank you. Yes, I see a hand. Would you like to unmute, please?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Coucou. I want to just thank everybody who helps animal in general. We are talking about dogs, but all animals need really our help. Donkeys, horses. Today we rescue a donkey. He was suffering for 1 week. Sorry. And it's really horrible. Now I can just understand how foreigners, when you come to visit Morocco, I am Moroccan. I was born here. I grew up here. I never be. I spent all my life here. I mean, I see this atrocity and this violence every day, and I can't really stand. Because it's too much. It's so hard. I mean, even I'm such a strong girl, and I'm fighting every day to help animals, but it's really horrible. And those authorities, they cause to us a trauma that we need really to see not only one psychologue. But really, I'm working as a teacher. I'm trying also to spread love, to teach all the children that animals are not an object. They are also a creator, and we should respect them because God created all of those creatures to live together. And I will switch in French. I will feel more comfortable. Fanny, please, tu peux traduire par la suite.
Bien sûr, bien sûr.
Je disais que même si j'ai grandi devant cette atrocité, j'ai jamais pu accepter le fait qu'un humain se considère autant qu'il est prioritaire à une autre créature, un arbre, un animal. Donc ça, c'était ma conscience et c'était ça mon éducation. Parce que mes parents aussi adoraient les animaux et on a appris tout le temps à respecter l'autre, même s'il soit différent de nous. Donc, l'idée reçue dans les écoles, quand j'étais toute petite, à 5 ans à l'école primaire, ils disaient tout le temps, faites attention, ne touche pas le chien. Donc, qu'est-ce qui se passe? On grandit avec la notion de chien égale danger. Dog equal to danger. C'est pas la rage, c'est pas la morsure, c'est pas la meute des chiens, c'est juste le chien. Quand tu vois le chien, tu dois t'enfuir, tu ne dois pas le toucher, c'est un danger, il va te mordre. Donc, Dieu merci qu'on a ces associations qui militent et que je remercie énormément, les associations au Maroc ou bien les bénévoles qui font vraiment un énorme effort. Normalement, ça, c'est le rôle du ministère d'éducation. Il doit intégrer le programme éducatif pour le respect des animaux dans le programme scolaire, chose qui n'est pas encore faite. Les autorités locales, les municipalités, le ministère d'Intérieur, l'ordre des vétérinaires, le ministère de Santé, toutes ces institutions, tous ces ministères-là, ils doivent vraiment, mais vraiment travailler pour contrôler ces animaux. Parce que oui, on parle de la rage tue, ça c'est grave encore qu'on a des cas qui meurent tous les jours, enfin 20 cas déclarés, 20 personnes sont mortes à cause de la rage. C'est juste le chiffre qui est déclaré. Mais nous, on est en risque permanent, mais on trouve tous les jours des chiens enragés. Ah, on fait le protocole, mais on ne médiatise pas ça parce qu'on risque de mettre tous les chiens encore et encore en danger. Parce que pour les autorités, une fois que tu déclares un cas enragé, qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire? Ils vont commencer à tuer les chiens. Donc ça, c'est de un, c'est l'éducation qui n'est pas encore mise en place. La deuxième des choses, on parle tous, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire autant que Marocains, étrangers, enfin peu importe la nationalité, on se bat pour la même cause, c'est défendre la cause animale. Il faut juste comprendre ce qui se passe ici au Maroc à la cuisine interne, c'est que ces autorités-là, comment ils arrivent à tuer des chiens? C'est parce qu'ils sont protégés. Et qui les protège? D'accord? Donc, moi, je ne comprends pas si on commence à réfléchir à il y a le ministre qui ne sait pas. Mais non, mais tout le monde sait tout ce qui se passe. Attention. Donc, au Maroc, ils connaissent mais vraiment tout. Rien ne se cache. Donc, si le chef de la commune, il organise l'abattage, même si c'est contre la loi, c'est parce il est protégé. Il y a le gouverneur qui le protège et le ministre protège le gouverneur et le chef du gouvernement protège le ministre de l'Intérieur. Donc, c'est comme ça que ça se passe. Parce que croyez-moi,
Bah oui.
si moi je suis, par exemple, chef de commune, si je vais organiser l'abattage, la première des choses, je vais dire, tiens, il y a une convention signée, donc il y a des associations qui vont porter plainte contre moi, donc je serai poursuivie du non-respect de la convention que le roi a donné ordre pour la mise en place. Mais non, ils se rendent pas compte de tout ça parce qu'ils sont protégés. Donc, si on doit faire quelque chose, c'est qu'on doit taper fort. Quand je dis fort, c'est le roi, bien sûr, parce que ce qui se passe est vraiment manque de logique. Comment FIFA est venu, elle a fait l'investigation, il y a les vidéos qui circulent, il y a les témoignages, et nous, on se dit encore, oh non, il faut vraiment il faut qu'on parle à un responsable. Mais c'est les responsables qui donnent ordre pour organiser les abattages. Moi, personnellement, dans ma ville, ils n'organisent pas les abattages de chiens. Et quand je rentre chez le gouverneur, je demande, est-ce qu'il y a un circulaire, pardon, est-ce qu'il y a une note pour les abattages? Ils me disent non. Et donc, comment vous organisez les abattages et vous n'avez aucune note? Parce que tout cela se fait en cachette, par un coup de téléphone. Ils s'organisent entre eux, ils appellent les gens, et ils capturent les chiens et ils les tuent malheureusement dans les fourrières, mais parce qu'ils sont protégés. Donc nous, on parle de notre collectif, on a tenté de déposer plainte au tribunal administratif et figurez-vous, 5 avocats ont refusé de prendre cette affaire, même si on va les payer doublement parce qu'ils ne veulent pas entrer en conflit direct avec le ministre de l'Intérieur. Parce que quand tu vas déposer plainte, tu vas t'adresser directement au ministre de l'Intérieur. Donc, il y a plein de choses à dire et vraiment, ceux qui suivent ceux qui suivent ce qui se passe dans les vidéos, c'est pas du tout comme nous on le vit. Fanny, tu étais au Maroc, donc tu sais parfaitement la confrontation directe avec les autorités et tout, donc ce n'est pas facile. Au bout d'un moment, tu veux juste que tu quittes tout ça et tu cherches ta tranquillité et surtout ton équilibre d'esprit. En tout cas, c'est un combat qui va pas se résoudre et qu'on va pas le gagner du jour au lendemain. Donc, on a encore des années pour travailler et voilà, je souhaite un très très bon courage à tous et à toutes les militantes et merci. Fanny, tu vas faire beaucoup de traductions, excuse-moi.
She was talking about how even if she grew up in front of such atrocities, she never understood quite well how humans can feel so superior to the other creatures And she has always been distraught basically by what she was seeing, even if she's Moroccan, and she grew up in this environment. Also, she's pointing out how she thinks that the whole government, the whole ministry, they are well aware about what's happening, and it's just because they are paying actually the commune to do this. Like, the chef of the commune will not feel comfortable to kill dogs, which is against the convention, if he was not protected in amont. So this is what she's talking about basically the corruption that is around the dog killing, and how people are even scared, from my understanding, because they wanted to pay double a lawyer to give justice to a case, but even the lawyer withdrew from the case because he didn't want to be mixed with this. And I really agree with her. I really agree on her about this, because my experience is also how everyone is scared of making any waves. It's well in the culture or in the system right now that the dog is a taboo subject. The people can do what they want and no one can say anything. I paid the price. I at some point she mentioned sometimes you need to withdraw for your own health, but it doesn't apply to me. I've been deported and banned because of my activism with Lucy. We opened, the last action was us opening a truck going to the foyer. It's been a lot of media on social media because there was tourists here at this moment filming, and we've been deported for no reason, just for corruption. So yes, I can testify, and thank you for talking about it. The ministry, everyone is together, and they want to silence everyone who is speaking about the dogs, about the culling, about what's happening. So yeah.
Wow, thank you so much for translating, but also for sharing your own experience too, Fanny. Thank you. I'm just wondering if as we get close to the close of our time together, if anyone else would like to share or say something before we close, you're very welcome to. We are here to hear all of you and to provide space for you to share. If there's anyone else who would like to share, you can raise your hand. And if not, then we can bring our gathering to a close and come together as one. Does anyone else like to share?
Yes.
You can raise your hand or unmute if you would like. Fanny, do you want to just translate that last little piece and let everybody know?
About people able to share if they want, and we close the call.
Yeah.
Vous pouvez avoir une dernière chance là pour partager quelque chose. L'appel va prendre fin. Donc si vous voulez parler, c'est le moment de lever la main, physiquement ou dans l'application, pour parler.
Thank you, Fanny. Let's see if we have anyone else who wants to share. I'm not seeing any other hands, so I think what we'll do is we started with a few. Well, we do have a beautiful dog, though. Let me go ahead and add so you can see this beauty right there. Thank you, Fred, for sharing this beautiful dog with us. And Fanny as well. That's so sweet. What a very appropriate way to close our call, is to share the images of all the puppies. It's very, very sweet. Well, thank you to everyone for joining us today, and thank you for bringing these dogs, their images, their likenesses, and even videos of them right now in safe places to our minds, to our hearts, so that we can celebrate the incredible activism that all of you are doing. These dogs are so fortunate to have you in their lives to save them, rescue, and also to provide support. I want to also thank everyone for your ideas. We will follow up on them to address the king, to unite together to help the dogs. And we are very grateful to all of you for bringing their stories to us today and your stories to us today. Annie, can you translate that for everyone?
Yes, sorry, I was answering Usama. He posted a message in French asking for help. I'm asking Usama to contact MIA, and I will help him. So Lisa est en train de nous dire que elle nous remercie tous pour s'être rassemblés ici pour cet appel et d'avoir autant partagé. Je suis désolée, j'ai pas très écouté vers la fin, mais vous avez compris que c'était pour fermer l'appel et remercier tout le monde.
Merci beaucoup.
Well, maybe take a couple of breaths together. We'll just take a nice deep breath, breathing in and breathing out. And then one more time, breathing in and breathing out, and holding each other and all the dogs that we care for in our hearts. And together we know that we've spent this hour or so honoring their lives, honoring all the work done to save their lives, and planning for the future to help to save the animals. Annie, can you translate that, please?
Oui. Elle remercie qu'on soit tous rassemblés pour parler de ces vies qui ont été perdues et de notre expérience par rapport à ces atrocités.
Thank you very much, Fanny. I'd like to also invite Debbie to just add a little spotlight for Debbie. And thank you to Debbie for helping to organize this, for creating the space for the activists to get support and to know that we care and we're united with them.
Yeah. Also, we have a campaign, about what's happening in Morocco, and we've particularly linked what's happening in Morocco to the Football World Cup 2030. We've had so many initiatives as part of the campaign, and those initiatives are continuing. So one of the ways to know what we're doing and how to support the campaign and how we can support you is keep checking in with our Instagram account, which is the IAWPC on Instagram. It might be for the future that we do something like this again. I'd certainly be open to it. I think it's very, I think it's necessary, that we have a space to recognise our loss and grief, in the way that we would a human. For me, it's the same. Animals and humans and loss, it feels the same. To me, I experience grief in the same way for a human being as I do for an animal. Sometimes more for dogs, but don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that. And so if, this is a space that anybody would kind of want recreating again, we could do it. We could do it again. And thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Fanny. Thank you for translating at very short notice. And I can appreciate how your emotions and having to kind of be with your emotions and then translate for us as well. So thank you.
No problem. My pleasure.
Take some time for yourself after this, with your lovely dogs, and thank you to Lisa and Mary as well from In Defence of Animals. It goes without saying, a big thank you to everybody who's spoken and people who haven't spoken and people who came and people who left as well. These dogs are important, right? We hold them in our heart, and in our minds and in our deeds, the things that we do. I would love to be in a position to say that this is all going to come to an end. I hope that it will do. Everything that I do is, for that, to bring it to an end. And I'll fight with my last breath to try and make it stop. And and this sounds really obvious, but they only have us. They only have us, and I think that's sometimes can feel overwhelming, but it's also, I think, a truth and a reality. They don't know that they have us. But they only have us, and they do. They've got us. We've got them. So thank you. You can translate that, Fanny.
Yes.
Or the sentiment.
Debbie, elle disait à quel point la vie des chiens est aussi importante que la vie des humains pour elle. Là, avoir des cercles de parole comme ça où on peut honorer les morts des chiens, c'est important parce que ça existe pour les humains, mais pas pour les chiens. Et elle disait que elle se battrait pour les chiens jusqu'à son dernier souffle parce qu'ils ont que nous. On est leur voix.
Thank you so much. We are very grateful to everyone, and thank you. And Debbie, somebody was asking how to stay in touch with you.
So you can message me directly through the Instagram account, and I always reply. I always do my best to reply to messages. So if you contact me through there, or campaigns@iawpc.org, campaigns@iawpc.org. You can send me an email.
Thank you all so much for joining us today, this evening, wherever you are in the world. We are so grateful to you for your work to help the animals, and we honor each of you. We honor each of the beloved dogs and animals that you care for, and we hope to join again to create this special space to share with one another. Know that you are not alone. We are all together. We care for you, and we care for the dogs. Thank you so much. Good day, everyone. Many blessings.